And with that, we are back with Ace Attorney, the 5th case. We are on the day 2 trial with possibly the worst part of the whole game, the whole franchise. We are gonna look at a certain video and let's get right into it, shall we? Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Please stop using that word, Burns. It scares me. I was like, hello, lag? Please play the video. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? All right, is also the microphone good? I think, one sec. Well, we got this. Yep, you know how it is. All right. I really want to see how they've done this for the trilogy. Okay. Okay, it's still squished. The music is playing. It's panning very slowly, as I remember. Oh no. Oh yeah, the 3D models. I wonder what's happening when the camera pans left and right. Oh, how convenient his face is covered by the flag. Oh, I wonder what happened now. What are you doing, Meekins? It's also like jittering a little bit. It's kind of weird, the effect. Wait, so Meekins didn't call out. Oh no. Oh, he stabbed him good. Meekins he really just went like straight up to him, I guess. Also, my voice just kind of cracked right there, but no one talk about that. Oh no, he's dead. Except he's kind of testifying right now. This part sucks. We know. It's still going. Oh, thank God. Yeah, that's how I feel, Phoenix. That's how I feel. So, if you don't know that, you're gonna have to watch this video a lot. And I don't know if they've made it like a bit better in the remake, this trilogy. Like, you can forward and fast forward it. It was a nightmare on the original. It is matched only by Ace Attorney 4, the one with the guitar solo that catches on fire, that musical. If anyone remembers that, and this are like the 2 worst evidence, like, you know, trial segments in the entire franchise for me. It mars a perfect case. Even Edgeworth doesn't like it. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred with... Oh. Yeah, I know what you mean, Judge. What the hell was that? Is that a swear word? I don't think Edgeworth has ever sworn. Wow. Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Okay, video from the security camera placed in the evidence room. Alright. You know, wouldn't it be like a giant camera back in... Oh wait, it's 2017. It's a VCR in 2017. It's so weird. You know, what if they actually remade Ace Attorney 1? Like, modernized it. Like, it's a Blu-ray, like 4K recording. Security camera footage. Like, they redid the trial. So it's like, not like, you know, old fashioned. The mobile phones are like smartphones now. Like, oh yeah, that's true. Like, some security cameras still are low quality, I guess. I mean, they've done so many versions of the first game. The anime, the live action movie, like the actual game, the stage plays, I guess. But like, this tape seems to prove that the witness did encounter, someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you? He's like, I don't want to deal with this video at all. Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Alright, I guess we don't want the video? So I guess we can't present it? His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question the other person was detected. I mean, the fact that they covered it up with the flag, I don't know about that. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint. That's true. That's very true. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. That makes sense because your fingerprints, unless they chopped off his hand. But the body had his hand intact, so... Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Are you sure about... John Cena, are you sure about that? Very well, alright. I don't know where this will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. Oh. See, when they give hints like this, it's like, okay, I gotta present straight away. Alright, let's see if we can get it accurate. I'm probably gonna get some wrong. We probably should save. Probably should save just in case. Oh god. See, chat, I played this like 7 times, okay? I can scum save, you know. His face can't clearly be seen in the video. I want to press everything, actually, just in case. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him. Yeah, how could he have not seen his face? Unless the fedora was like really tipped low? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people we're talking with. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Ah, my ears. I can't see any contradictions in his thing though. Like fingerprints, you can't get a fingerprint unless you chop off the hand. You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people. Wait, is he just saying the same thing? Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Well, why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekers. He's gonna choke himself out at some point, I swear. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Edgeworth is pissed. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you're positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Okay, I think this should be where the contradiction appears. No other way to open it. No, I tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried. C4? Like, dynamite in the thing? I think I've seen cartoons try to do that. Then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Alright. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria. Oh yeah, office gossip, you know how it is. Also, you know how you probably hear like office gossip in like TV shows and stuff? I will confirm it is real. People in the office do gossip. Even though they're adults, people still gossip. For the record, the open locker did belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. Gumshoe? Alright. The judge keeps saying the fingerprint thing. Okay, we have to present something. Okay, most important is not shown in the detail in the video, the man's face. If I may say something, sir. Please do, after all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why this man's face is so important. Yeah, you know how the victim's face is not important? You know, the guy who stabbed you is not important? I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. My guess is that we have to look at the time card thing. Alright. So we did have to press every statement, I think. Okay. Well, there we go. Is there a problem? Okay. Now begins where we scour the... Oh god, here we go. I really hope they've upgraded the UI. Like, okay, the controls are better. I hope they have. There is one thing I don't remember. What's strange? Strange? This contradicts... Wait. I think I can see... Is hair salon gossip a thing for you too? I mean, I've never been to one, so I wouldn't know, Goth. As you can clearly see. The video contains such a contradiction. Does he know? Is that why he's objecting? I propose we have a defense point out to us the alleged contradiction with their finger, you know, with the cursor. Point it out. He would want me to point it out with the F button. Very well. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will know. Why did you do this to me? Why? It's my weekend. Mister, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point it out in the video? I'm kidding, crowd. I'm kidding. This is the first time I ever had to do that. Can I have a tutorial? It's set up so you can fast forward. Okay. Does anyone remember, was there the fast forward in the original? Because I don't know if there was. There was? Okay. So what was the most annoying part about it? Oh, because it was so long and you had to find the exact frame. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates this man... Alright, don't even let me say anything. Okay. Where is the control? Alright. Fast forward. Wait, was it I couldn't rewind? Wait, pause. And the music still plays. Was it a thing where you couldn't rewind or something? You had to go through the whole thing and go back? I'm thinking of the 3DS. I'm talking about the DS version. I don't think there was a rewind. You couldn't rewind. Yeah, that was the... Oh, praise the J button. Praise the J button. Oh, we can rewind. So, yeah, you couldn't rewind in the original game. You had to go through the whole thing again if you missed it. And with this song playing, and... Okay, at least they added that. Alright. What are we looking for? Alright, play. Okay. Contradiction. Let's keep going. Okay. Okay. I'm looking. I don't think it's right. Oh no. Hold on a second. I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine? Don't look at me with those bleary eyes. Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think this through again, Now what do I... Play the video again. Okay. Well, at least they don't give me... I think because it's the first time, they don't give me any deductions. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. Says the one pointing his finger at us. Alright. I will now play the security tape. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go. Okay. So... So the glove did fall out of the thing. Let's see. So, Bruce Goodman and Mike Meekins did enter at 5:14, so that is correct. You can fast forward, rewind in the DS. I think it was just slow doing the oh, so it was in the DS? Okay. Well, maybe it was really slow. Maybe they sped it up. I don't know. I just remember it being horrible. All right, let me play the whole thing again. If I don't get it this time, Chad, then I'll ask for your help. I think it could be the glove falling out. But like, let's see. The time is correct. The music is not helping. All right, anything new? Does it go back again? No.
Take that! Objection!
Am I right? You may identify the point of this exercise. The point? What you are looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates that man may not... Oh, okay. I think I jumped ahead. I remember... Because I remember that it's like that appears like suddenly. I'll place him under arrest, sir. Right. I need to slow down and tackle it. Okay, chat. Okay, what is it? What is it? Activate your 5 head. Okay. I think that part is later because, yeah, look, okay, chat. I remember this, yeah. There is no cloth here, and at the last frame, there's suddenly a cloth. So when the camera was panning, while Meekins was down, that person put something in that. Okay. So we gotta find out that this is not... I got it. I got it. Big brain time. I got it. The door was already open. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. They have to play this music every time. When you grab the handle, the sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match... Wait, who's that in the locker? Wait a minute. Who's that in the locker? Wait, does that mean we missed some fan service? We didn't investigate the locker? Does that mean we missed this? Oh no, chat. We missed talking to... Yeah, I know who it is. So that's some more fan service, wow. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is wrong with this picture. Yeah, and like, every time they show it again, they have to show the whole start of the video. It's like, come on, just show the frame. Oh my god. Can I speed this? You can't, I think this was what annoyed me. We get it, Phoenix. Don't show the whole thing. When the victim reaches for the handle, let's I can't, Phoenix. It's rewind time. Hey, and thank you, Coxel, for the 8 months. Almost at 9 months, that special time. Thank you, Coxel. Can we get some cheese in the chat? And I hope you enjoy the emotes. Finally, we got to the light. All right. What's this? It's already lit? Oh, that took like a whole minute. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Choke. Yeah, okay. So the DS version did have rewind. Let me clarify that. So that was the case. I think it was every time they showed that video, they had to start from the beginning, show it slowly. They couldn't speed it up. It was like... They had to play the MP4 file from the start. They couldn't like start from the middle back in those days. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. Yeah, you noob. You know, it's so weird. I've watched so many shows recently where they say noob in, like, the TV show. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a popular culture reference now. Me, Your Honor? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Oh, the glove. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Yeah, come on, what do we pay you for? Huh? Oh, well, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jam the sensor? Say... There's something else that seems out of place, and we're gonna go and rewind the footage and go through this whole thing again. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause of this. All right, pause. No, we know exactly what did it. Wait. Oh, wait, when it falls out. Okay. All right, come on. Yeah. And then they're gonna show through. Pause. All right. I always wondered how the game would know which pixel frame you have to do that's the right one. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. At least they stopped the music. At least. This is all coming back to me. It's all coming back. I think I never played the DS ROM on the computer because I played it on an emulator on the DS. There was no fast forward button, I think. There was no fast forward button. There was only that button which skipped text, but you couldn't skip the video. But I guess if you play the ROM on your computer, you could use that, you know, fast forward emulator skip. You could get through it, but... Oh, it's all coming back. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my card. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door, jamming it? Oh, inserted? They have to show the whole thing again. I'm pressing buttons, it's not skipping. Oh my god. The silence is jamming it. This is why the case took so long. Where is the music? Yeah, I don't know, the music just... They're like, oh yeah, you're tired of this Blue Badger theme. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times you get stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie but the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. It would have to block electrical currents. What about a rubber glove? Take a shot every time you're forced to watch this. That could be a good drinking game. You get very drunk. We're still gonna have to watch this a little bit. There just might have been something that fits the description. Did you ever realize, like, Phoenix is, like, why does he put his hands on his hips? Like, he's like, oh yeah, you know, I know the answer. Hands on hips, mate. Also, yes, my voice is, like, cracking as well. Yes, my voice is very tired, okay? Alright, yes, we know exactly what it is. Glove time! I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. He's confident. I'm already playing with my monster can. You know, I could never drink energy drinks because it was like, I just never, I saw, I think one person at my school would drink them and you could see like the caffeine affect them. I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't want to get addicted to this. It has the tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp? Who calls that a lamp? It's a light. Phoenixy boomer. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir. Well, he did like cross-eyed. I don't remember that sprite. Order, order, order! So we are to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, you're Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated the possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer more testimony to prove that. Okay, here we go. Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is that a joke? Is this a joke? Hey, speaking on that crayon, I like monster cans actually good? Do they taste good? Or does it actually taste of like caffeine? Like, can you actually taste the caffeine? I've never had one. Like, is it like a sugary thing? Very well, begin your testimony. They taste alright? Mystery Man number 2. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Alright, we gotta bring up the record log because I think there's some contradiction there. I can't remember. Alright. So why did Miles Edgeworth enter? I think they're gonna bring that up. And why did Meekins enter earlier? I think... yeah, we gotta bring that up. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Soda is a better vessel of caffeine. They taste well, a Soul Punch and Mango Loco. Okay, mango flavored, ooh. He said it was because of the Blue Badger. Oh yeah, to set up that Blue Badger thing, okay. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using that room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. How many rooms do they have in this police department? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. How niche of a thing is that? Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. I get it. He's got the spiky hair. I get it. That's a good one. That's actually a good joke. There were only a few cases up for a transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. It's high noon. Right, I see. So let's move on to the cross-examination. Alright. I think we should just press everything. We should just press it. Alright. Yeah, okay. I think nothing will be here. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid. Yes, sir. Solid as stone. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give a V for victory sign. Couldn't you do that with your right hand? There you go. Let's hear him out fully. We never know. One never knows what he might say until the very last second. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Oh yeah, I've heard about that, Gom. Yeah, drunk. Like energy drinks with alcohol is very bad. I've seen like it was on the news where like kids were doing it because it was like easier to access or something. Is that card hanging from your neck those ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuffs. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time my ID gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID... Maybe I should just leave this one alone. I like how they just cut him off. Like, the game just auto presses, like, F. Yes, F to continue. Both the police department and prosecutor's office can attest to this. How you doing, Rena? How's the weekend stream? Okay, I guess. You missed the video part, but I'm sure we're gonna get back to that again. I think we do one more time. There's a record of it. All right, we gotta go to the record. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness is referring to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. He just bows. He's like, so it is. I did it. Again. I know I got saved. Not the prosecutor again. They're like, oh yeah, it probably is him. Mommy, is that man in blue? Wait, don't stare at him. You got the wrong color, kid. Oh, that kid is MVP. It would seem the inquiry committee would speak to you again. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions, so why was he there though? Is he gonna explain it? For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him for being so rich and, you know, winning every case until we came along. Alright, one more press. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked him to show his ID, he pulled a knife on you. I just want to say I enjoy your videos and humor. Oh, thank you, Puff. I'm glad when people are enjoying like the work I put in at least. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from the contradictions. Let's point them out. All right. What do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card is far too obvious. Okay, you're thinking too hard about it. Okay, maybe just... I really don't see the contradiction. There's one thing that proves it was Goodman. To enter the evidence room, one must use the ID card. Wait, but there was no record of the 777 one, wasn't there? Okay, I need to save. I need to save. All right, let's save. Okay. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. No. I don't know. I mean, the only other thing is that lost and found slip. There's one other thing. To enter the evidence room. Okay, I'm just gonna keep presenting that. I'm gonna reload after this. Nope, okay, I'm reloading. Alright, so it is definitely not the record card. Alright. Let's see. Chat, I am gonna be honest with you. I misclicked. I was meant to inspect it. I didn't want to press it. I didn't want to present it. I misclicked. I was meant to inspect it. I wanted to see if there's anything on the card, and I misclicked. Anyway, I'm good at this game. I am not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot. Edgeworth knew, yeah. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a... Oh, okay, we're bringing this in. Lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows Detective Goodman had lost something the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe there's something to be the ID card, right? I played AI the Somniums? Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. AI Somnium is like one of the greatest recent visual novels. It's like the most modern visual novel, which is like great. Like, this is still very old-fashioned, as in there's no transcript and like, you know, voice acting. I can't say... Oh yeah, by the way, chat, there was, yesterday it was announced Capcom did their financial call or whatever. The trilogy, this port, had sold 1 million units, and the franchise had sold 8 million units in its lifetime, which isn't that good compared to other games. It's like Resident Evil franchise has sold 108 million. I'm like, oh yeah, 100 more million. But 1 million sales, 1 million people bought the trilogy, yay. I mean, like, when you compare it to the big games, it's still not that good, but for a visual novel, like a point-and-click adventure game. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman. So do you understand what I'm saying, chat? Ace Attorney 7. I think it is coming this year or next year, but like... Alright, so Goodman was not carrying his card, he misplaced it. Or he lost or got stolen. It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. Rather, he stole the ID. Order, order, order! Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say. Huh? Bravo, Mr. Right. Oh, he's thanking us. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's arguments. At 5:15 on the day of the crime. Now, I realize this is kind of weird thinking about it. Why are we bothering to do this? Because aren't we trying to defend Lana? How does this, like, relate? Like, you know, like, I'm trying to think of a modern court case. They would have been like, this is irrelevant. Throw the case out. It's irrelevant. Like, all that kind of thing. Like, watching that TV show, How to Get Away with Murder, they had so many... Because the whole thing is, like, the main characters are lawyers. So, like, they're showing court cases, and they're like, anytime the defense or prosecution, like, cross-examines the, like, witness, the other person will be like, objection, irrelevant, and it'd be, like, sustained or, like, denied, like the judge would say. Like, it's a way more active, like, every sentence you can, like, object to and say, like, throw out this questioning. It's such a different way, actual law. It's about finding the truth. Yeah, I know. These games are more about finding the truth than actually winning for your, like, person. Finding the truth saves your defendant, but in real court, a lot of the time you don't really care about the truth. You're just defending your person kind of thing. Alright, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are 2 grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? What's he up to? This being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also a fake. Alright. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is, well, I guess that's right. Is there something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Oh no, the scary music, the suspense music. Oh yeah, by the way, chat, yeah, I was thinking, like, considering this is the 20th anniversary of Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney doesn't actually have any spirits in Smash Bros. And if Capcom wants to promote the series, I think there might be a good chance for Phoenix Wright to be in Smash. Now the thing is, chat, as Ace Attorney fans yourself, do you want that? Do you actually want Phoenix Wright to be in Smash? Considering what has happened to other fan bases who have had their characters in Smash. Cough, cough, Persona 5 Joker. I really want to know this. Yeah, Phoenix for Smash, Nick for Smash, let's go. Okay, everyone wants him in Smash. Okay. I don't think he would suit Smash well. I mean, he is in that Marvel vs. Capcom game. He has a fighting, he's already been in a fighting game. I think he'll be a Mii costume. That makes more sense, and that would annoy me. I would rather they go all in or don't put him in. I think, like, I wouldn't, like, I would be okay with it, but I'm worried about the fan base. Like, as a playable character, it's cool, and more people to play the game. But as the fan base, I don't know if I want him to be in Smash. It's gonna ruin the fans. Like, oh god, anyway. It's such a small fan base, so it would be hype. Yeah, but the thing is, it would get a lot more toxic. Like, it would... it would get a lot more bigger and toxic, so I don't know if that's always a good thing. I enjoy, like, the Ace Attorney fan base for the most part. The fan base is already ruined, put him in. Yeah, I guess so. Exactly what you have gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department. So the real crime was in the underground. There we go. Now we're bringing it back to our defense. It would be toxic for a month and chill out. Like what happened with P5. No, P5 is still like horrible. P5 is like, the whole fan base is so bad now ever since Joker got into Smash. Because I think it's a lot more people can say they're fans of Joker without having played the game. P5 is very toxic, Arena, like that. Imagine an Ace Attorney inspired game that follows more realistic court with branching paths. That would take so much effort to write and make. All right, but yeah, like chat, I'm not joking. I will still be hype. I'm just in the back of my head, I'm worried about the fan base. Like, I'm just worried about how it will be like. I really haven't interacted with the P5 community. Yeah, that's why I haven't really as well. Because of that, because of how weird the fan base has gotten, I've like stopped in like trying to interact with Persona. If you notice, like, I haven't actually tweeted anything Persona or liked anything Persona in like 6 months now, actually. All right. The murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. All right. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Well, we just proved Lana is guilty. I'm not saying like anyone here is like a bad fan or anything like chat like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like I've seen a lot of bad Persona like stuff online like ever since Joker got in. Before that it was bad, but it wasn't that bad, and it's like, oh boy, like there. I think because Smash is played by a lot more younger like people, so like the age just becomes a lot more people are fans of it. Sort of like, yeah, like mob mentality maybe, yeah. Yeah, the best decision, Gom, is don't interact with communities. Play the game, don't talk about it. It was all a trap from the beginning. Ah, wow, okay. Alright. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Mike Meekins encountered? And where did the person disappear to? However, the trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. That is very true, so we kind of screwed ourselves. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana, I think this could be like a save point where we should save because we might get it wrong. Yep, the music is tense. What do I do? Object.
Objection!
What else can we do? One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Yeah, who cares about Mike Meekins? You know, who cares? Just let him say whatever. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? The cross-examination has proven one thing. The security video did not show the actual murder. Yeah, we get the point. Come on. Alright, I can drink some water right now. Yes, alright. How's your day, chat? How's your day? Good? Oh yeah. Pretty good, yeah. Oh, we're back. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Ooh, we're back to this. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. Ooh. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution ready? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any witnesses for the incident. Wait, are we done the second day? Oh no, this is the bait and switch. Oh wait, oh no, we're doing it. Can we call a witness? I mean, I know in real law, the defense can call a witness, but like, I don't think, is this the only time the defense calls a witness? No, wait, no, we call the parrot. How could I forget the parrot? How could I forget that? Mr. Wright, do you mean it's time for McCree to show himself? The defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows... Wait, I think there could be a joke here. Wait, let me try this. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name. Alright. Who is the person? Oh, we don't lose any health? I gotta do it. Mr. Wright, I'm not even gonna bother asking you why. I've never seen a more obvious stall tactic in my entire career. Don't you remember what you said this morning? Oh, fine. I thought you'd get mad or something. We're trying to show her. Oh, fine. There's no dialogue for that. Okay. Maybe I should have done Bruce Goodman and that would have been at some dialogue. He's dead, you know. The dead can't testify. Why him? I mean, I say the dead can't testify, and yet there's a spirit channeler in this franchise. I can't let Edgeworth know anything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Yeah, I mean, we didn't lose HP, so that was fine, yeah. Trials barely have jokes? No, we had jokes in the last trial with the Angel Star. She kept giving us the bad food for every wrong statement we did. Wrong, like, press. You shouldn't need no longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The call will take a 30-minute recess. Okay, fine. Alright, court is now in recess. Yay, recess! You remember recess at school? Where you could eat like your cheese and cracker dip, and your apple, and your banana. What else did I have? Did anyone know? You probably don't have this. It was called Le Snack. You know, like La Troll, like, you know that, like, it was spelled L-E space snack. And it was literally like a little container, and it would have like cheese in one half, and giant like circular biscuit cracker type thing. And you would like get it and like dip it in the cheese and eat. It was so good. It was like you get like cheddar cheese and different flavored cheeses in the like dip. Every school kid had it. There was also LCM bars, which are like Rice Krispie like puffs, like stuck together with like syrup into like a bar. And you had like choc chips on top of it. It was very sugar intensive. See, back then when I was in like primary school, there was no like regulation on how much sugar. I think now more kids are like, if you have lunch, it's like, it's very regulated. Like there's not many sugary stuff. That's Lunchables. Oh, it's a different name. Okay, yeah, here we call it Le Snack. It's like a yellow cover. It's like LE space snack. S like, not snack, yeah, snack. Yeah, so we had that. I had that. I had the LCM bar with like, yeah, the big giant. It's like a very chunky. I think that was, and I had apple juice and like, oh yeah. So apple juice. So it'd be like this, but like half the size, and it would have like this pop top. It would call pop tops, and it have like, so it's like pop, like you pop it and you like suck on it like that, like. But it was half the size. And it had like little grooves on it. It felt nice to hold, like hold, like finger holds. And you could get like orange juice, apple juice, pineapple juice. Now the thing was, you like your parents would get bottles, but then you would bring it home and they would fill it with water. And that would be your water bottle for like the weeks and whatever. And the company realized that people were reusing the bottles and not, you know, buying more. They actually did a whole thing where they changed the lid and they locked it. So you could never twist it open. As in, you drank it once, you could never put anything else in it. It was done. You had to buy more. They lost sales, there was complaints, and then they reversed the decision. It was a whole big thing. And I really remember the apple juice because two things. I remember, because it was so tiny, you would like shake it up like this. And it would get very fizzy, like not fizzy, like frothy. And you just like, everyone at school would just shake it up like crazy. And also you would pretend it was beer. And you would pretend to get drunk on it. Because it looked like beer. So yeah, that was pretty much like my recess. I remember like a lot from that. And then you also, you know, playing games and stuff. Talk about losing money, yeah. Sounds like bad business. Yeah. But like every parent would refill it with like either their own juice or like water. Like I remember I would put like water in it. Yeah. Oh, that was a like tangent. I think Lana is a bit mad that we brought the case back to her. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems that you figured out everything. Ow. I haven't figured anything out. I just bluffed my way. Like candy cigarettes. I never had candy cigarettes. See, like I couldn't afford anything from the canteen. Like in my early primary school, like everything was like you buy from the grocery, so it was like bring from home. So that's why we'd reuse like the juice bottle and stuff like that. There was a thing our school did, which was like the lunch. I don't know what it was called. Lunch order. So the thing you would do every morning, they would get a laundry basket and it would go around the school. There would be one kid's job and you would rotate. You would go around the classrooms in the school and every kid would put their money in a brown paper bag and write on the paper bag what they want from the canteen. And like your parents would write it or whatever and you put the money in and you wrap it up, whatever. Put it in the like thing and then take it around. And then so at lunch, someone would deliver, like some kid would go to the canteen, get the lunches, and deliver it to everyone at like for your lunch. So you would get like a lunch order. like you're ordering your lunch, but like with a brown paper bag thing. And I remember I used to order like every week. It would be like Friday chicken tenders, spicy chicken tenders. Oh god, this is so nostalgic. Holy crap. I think it costs like $2 or $5? No, $5. 2 gold coins, 1 gold coin. Yep. Yeah. And it was like, you would also get like hot pocket, like pizza hot pockets and stuff like that. But yeah, that was the thing our school did. It was like pretty. Does anyone's school ever do that, or is that just my school? His love for chicken tendies? Yeah, I guess. I know the Steins Gate reference. I've actually had chicken tenders like quite a bit recently and stuff, and they don't taste the same. They don't taste the same. I think my high school sold pizza on Friday for $2. Wow. It must have been pretty dodgy for $2. We only had pizza day in school. Okay, so a lot of pizza at school. Yeah, ours was like pretty much, they would just buy like whatever frozen food and just warm it up, I guess. But it was like, oh, hot food at lunch instead of a sandwich. All right, Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Yeah, why can't you just tell us? She confessed to the crime. He's trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. I'll protect you, Lana. I mean, wait, what? Well, how can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust moi? I don't. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Ah, you kinda did, but oh well, it's Gumshoe. All is forgiven. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Oh, he's so sad. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? He's got the puppy dog eyes. You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. And to top it all off, you called me here. I've seen happier places, people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey. Hey! I didn't see you. He was a bit excited with the haze. I mean, I would if I saw Lana. Oh, wait, what? That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh, Merry Christmas. You mean this, right? Wait, why did she ask him to... Ooh, okay, she's helping us. My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? I do wonder where Gumshoe is in the more recent game. I wonder if they will explain it when they bring back the characters. Like, as much as I want Kay Faraday to come back, I really do think Gumshoe has a very good chance of returning. He is a fan favorite. And Franziska as well. Kay, I don't really know because she wasn't in the main games, but, yeah, you know. Did I go to a rich school? My school had different type of Mexican, American, Asian, and pizza for lunch every day. Wow. Sounds kinda ritzy, John. That sounds fancy, yeah. I watched your video on Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Quite literally the funniest commentary I've heard in my life. Oh, thank you, Earthfields. It was the most work I've done in a video because it wasn't a compilation. It was literally me editing a 1.5 hour video. But thank you for that. If I check my stats every single day, my most viewed is either whatever I recently uploaded that week, and the two others is that Fire Emblem video and the Persona 5 compilation of the, like, Thief Zona one. K is fanfiction. Can I unmod you, Gom? I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. You know who Lana reminds me of? Sort of like a Sei from Persona 5. Anyway, here you might do well to read them. They are both prosecuted. Wait, no. Is she? Yeah, she's prosecutor, yeah. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Guy was a witness? Joe Dark killings. Ooh, Joe Dark. Take it from me, don't want anything to do with serial murders. I don't think the games have ever done like serial murderers anymore after this case. Maybe once more, or like... It was very shocking, like, oh, this guy is just killing people and we gotta stop him. I mean, there is the assassination guy, but that's like paid. Serial killing is different, I guess. It's the second time this week Ram has threatened him. He's on thin ice, okay? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're gonna just ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name isn't there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident is that? That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. Oh, the scary music. No, no, Lana. That's over with. No. Oh no, this is traumatic. Oh wait, I thought she fainted. You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, I'm out of here. See ya, Dick. Wait. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gantz, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to the killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Dun dun dun. I better take a good look at this file. Whoa, wait, we're done. Oh, okay. Oh wait, we're still doing the same court. It's still the second day though. So many to be continueds in this case. You know, I thought the VODs, there would only be like 3 VODs, but now we're gonna like 5 or 6 here. Wait, does that mean we eat lunch or something? What does Phoenix Wright eat for lunch? What do you think, Chad? Let me know down below. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Emma didn't come back. Oh, we're by ourselves. The officer in charge of guarding the room. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Burgers? That's Maya's thing. Like, I don't think Phoenix would eat burgers. Would he? I mean, he would eat them with Maya, but like, I don't think he would. Would he eat that for lunch? Getting hammered on the stand. I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trials of civilization. Trails of cold steel, what? Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. Glug, glug, glug. Instant ramen, salty ramen. He likes his grape juice, but that's not filling. I mean, he would wash it down with grape juice. If you listen hard enough, you hear the wind howling, calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Is that correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Testimony. Alright. In plain old English. Ye old English. I still can't do the Texan accent. My job was to keep a wary eye on the Bone Orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon. He was getting drunk when it got happened. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so you're out of ammo. It's time I hit the trail. Damn, he was getting hammered on the job. He really doesn't care. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? Is it the door lock and the camera? I mean the cameras and the card reader, yeah. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. What about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. The judge is so like, yes, I don't have to talk to him. Normal water container? Oh, it's called, what's it called? Like a flask? Is that what it's called? A flask? I think it's called a flask. Like F-L-A-S-K. I think so. My job, okay. So, I think I know where I have to go. I mean, I gotta question why he was getting drunk. I was eating spaghetti. Spaghetti. Not even Angel Steaks lunches can beat that parlor's Vango Sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want to raise this year? Huh. Alright. Okay, I guess not. Press everything, alright. A flak man? Oh, flat man. Canteen? Oh yeah, it's also canteen. Yeah, flask, canteen, yeah, okay, yeah. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I'm just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time comes, I erase the tape. After every 6 hours. Each time I erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Wait. Why did Phoenix say that? Okay. He could be the 777. I need to catch up on what... Why is there a screwdriver? Okay. We haven't had to use that at all yet. Oh, okay, we probably should read this actually. Victims: Edward Jones, Edith Kirby, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall, Rachel Moss, Jason Knight. Why do one of those surnames mean something? I wonder who. Prosecutor Edgeworth witnesses Lana and Emma Skye. Wait, did they witness all the murders? Oh god. Investigators Lana and Gant. Head investigator Goodman. Investigators Marshall and Starr. Alright. Alright. Okay. I'll keep pressing. I'll keep pressing. What Ace Attorney is this? The 5th case of the first game. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that I ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know joined the police force. So, Marshall, on the day of the crime, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the evidence victim locker. Did you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, I can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid me? You know, so many of the witnesses, it's like, How are you not fired from your job? Especially Larry. The room's protected by... Okay. You used to be a detective, so you used evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism. Sorry, Edgeworth hasn't said a thing. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite, incredible. The sensors on the lockers cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. That's kind of weird, like, wouldn't the department, like, tell them? Like, is it a bit weird? Alright. What were you doing in it? Oh, wait, we already saw this. Spaghetti time. Alright. Yeah, I really don't. Out of ammo? That's right, partner, or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. The witness doesn't seem appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Is that true? Any Texans in chat? Apparently superiors don't. Okay. I have a trump card. Wait, what was the trump card? What was it? Oh, the SL9 stuff. Before I use it, I better up the ante. So he's saying the trump card is this file thing, but before I use it... What? I really... Huh? The glove? Can we rotate it? Anything? SL9? Because nothing... I mean, are we gonna... Okay, I might as well try it, I guess. I'll bring up his brother, I guess. Yeah, I'll try it. Nope, I knew it. Alright. I've forgotten already? I probably have forgotten. What else did we get that could tie into the thing? Fingerprints? Oh, wait, it's fingerprints. Wait, no. Wait, I want the fingerprint. Wait. Wait, where's the evidence that the fingerprint thing, though? The half fingerprint? Oh, okay, because I was trying to read the description. I was like, I wasn't reading the title. I was like, oh, I can't see Marshall. Oh, it's there. Okay, there we go. All right. I said it. I get it. I've never read the title of the items. I'm always read the descriptions. All right, there we go. Okay, Chad. Okay. I'm sorry. I was looking for the description saying Jake Marshall's fingerprint. All right. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. Glug glug. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Huh. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I am the caretaker of the crypt. I also like, you see him wearing fingerless gloves, so he would have left a fingerprint. I pay my respects, that's it, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. But it was bloody. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? How tall is Marshall? I think he's shorter than Meekins because Meekins was cut off by the screen. How tall? Does anyone know how tall he is? I don't think they show it to you in the profiles. No, they only show you the age. Thinks he's a cowboy. All right, does they say anything in chat? Okay, they're not as, okay, I thought it'd be like some funny stuff. 5'9", 177. Oh, he's like the same height as me then. I'm like 175, so okay. He's not that tall then. Very well, you may begin your testimony about the fingerprints. All right. Oh yeah, I tried playing while reading out loud today. It becomes slower, yeah. There you go, chat. You wonder why it's taken me like 5 streams to beat this 1K. When you have to read everything out. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm not complaining about that, but I'm like, when people in the first stream were like, or the second stream were like, you're taking so long. I'm like, do you not understand how long this takes to read everything out? You read in your head so much quicker. Like, I am very fast at reading in my head. Not to brag or anything. I was the nerd that read books in like early high school, and then I realized that it was a bad thing because you were a nerd, so I stopped. I read at home. I didn't read in the library anymore. I still kept reading. It's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be in the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? How do you know that? I think I gotta press. Life without fun wouldn't be any doubt, partner. Being a nerd, no, I mean like, being a nerd was bad. Like, you couldn't, like, read in the library. You were a nerd, so I would stop reading in the library. I've mentioned this on a stream long time ago, but in year 7, like, first year of high school, our library kept a tally of how many people borrowed from the library, and they gave, like, a little prize to the top 3. I was second. It was, like, 70 times or something. The top person was, like, 120. And he became, like, my best friend for, like, for the end of high school. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. I think the glove thing is a very telling statement. Not first, yeah. Alright, let's see. Glove? It's either this or the statement before. How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a bloodstain at the scene left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Gumshoe's locker. Okay, so that one has the glove on it. Okay. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical wait, but then... Wouldn't it... That doesn't really make sense. Wouldn't it squish out the fingerprint? What did first place get? It was like lots of chocolate or something, like a box of chocolate kind of thing. Like those big like boxes of chocolate, and I think I just got like 1 bar or something of it. But I didn't even know they were awarding it. I was just borrowing because I like reading. It was like when I was when I like was borrowing near the end of the year, they're like, oh, by the way, you're like top 2, and I'm like, huh? And they're like, they put the list on the front of the library, and I'm like, maybe I should borrow from my local library, not my school library instead, and that's what I did. Maybe I should play Ace Attorney instead and read in that game. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprint. Okay. I don't know what evidence we have that can be contradictory. I don't know if the video... Because the badger was blocking Gumshoe's locker? Marshall's fingerprint, the print had been wiped. It had been wiped. Oh god, I really, it's Saturday for me. Come on, chat, give me some hints. Give me some hints. I was a book nerd too. I used to read 3 manga. I never read manga. I remember that friend would read the Dragon Ball manga. Like, he would read that. I remember he brought it in, the Dragon Ball manga, and I was like, wait, why is it back to front? What is this weird, like, back to front thing? Like, huh? Like, what? What is this? Like, it's Dragon Ball Z, but it's backwards and black and white. What? Don't prints degrade over time? I don't know, I'm sorry. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm just like, like, I really... Comparison with the fingerprint file, do with the evidence. Maybe the record? So we know he didn't enter. Like, okay. So only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be in the same play. I want to present that he didn't log in, but I don't think that's going to be right. I can say what to do if you want. Yeah, I think I'm really stuck on this. I think I'm thinking too far ahead. I know the blue badger blocked the handprint. I know he didn't clock in, but I don't know exactly what to press here. Yeah, like he could be like, but I don't know where to present that right now. Press the first and fits. Okay. So I didn't press the first one. All right. Yeah. So like, chat. I played this 7 times, and it's been 4 years since the last time I played this. Like, I can't memorize every little thing. And like, that's right. And one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. Oh, is that the little hints we're getting? What? What do you mean? Oh, and because in the video, he stuffed something into his locker. Remember I talked about that little piece of cloth in that locker with the handprint? The one on the far left. Yeah, there, with the cloth. So that's his locker. Okay, there we go. See, I know what's happening, but I don't know the order. This is like where you think too far ahead. All that's there now, though, is heaps of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently, his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all the time without ever knowing it. Oh, we're updating the thing. Okay, there we go. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? Yeah, like, so the thing is, I would get tired of pressing everything. I'd be like, oh, like they're doing some more like, oh, wrong press or whatever. Like, sometimes I would just want to get on with it. This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. I think, honestly, on the replays, I kind of preferred, like, later on, like the 7th replay, I would prefer the investigation parts more than the actual trial bits. Because the trial bits, you start to, like, if you're playing it every year, you know, like, most of what happens. I mean, like, now I've forgotten, like, the technicality, so it's still like, oh, whoa, wait, this happened. But I remember enjoying, like, the banter in the investigation phases more. Like, later on, once you know, like, what happens in the trials. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. Oh, back to this. This whole stream is just the tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. I like reading the dialogue. Yeah, that's understandable. Like, I'm just saying, like, as someone who played this a lot, I would start to be like, okay, come on, I want to get through the next, like investigation phase. Please consider careful. That's why you saw me, like, in the first stream, I was checking everything because I liked all the funny, you know, banter stuff. I would rather investigate everything than press every statement. That's like me, though. Alright. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony. Alright. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? Damn it! No! Alright, probably should save. Time to press that. You gotta press it again? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence. But we know in the video he put something in the locker. He opened it. There was no cloth at the start, and then there was cloth. See, I know that, Chad. Come on. But the video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Places you can't see. Alright, here we go again. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm skipping through this. Alright. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in the video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. Yes, I can. The cloth. Or whatever it was. Tread carefully, or you might end up making what the you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Alright, I know where this is. I know this one, chat. Like, did anyone ever have this problem, or is it just me, where if you ever replayed the game, or any game to be fair, you would know what happens, and you'd like sort of like skip ahead to be like, okay, come on, I know what happens. You'd be like rushing your way a little bit. So I think let's contradict the, let's put the cloth in. See, there's no cloth on the far left locker. Still nothing. Yeah, that's me every game. Still nothing. Now Meekins is dead. Thank goodness. Alright. And now there's a magic thing in there. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Marshall. He's too drunk. What if he's actually drunk? I mean, they wouldn't get the age rating down for that. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Well, we can. Very well. You can clearly... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Well. Goddamn, Phoenix. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker. Alright, now they got a pan again. The white clock. He's just a boomer. Now let's rewind the video of it. Oh god. Alright. I can't wait till we get to Apollo Justice with this singing video, because that hasn't been... Oh yeah, question chat, question. Big question here, quick question. While the music is going. I did mention I want to stream every single Ace Attorney game because I love it. The thing is, there is a good chance that Ace Attorney 456 can be in a trilogy port sometime this year. Should I wait for the port to play 4, 5, and 6 on stream? Or should I just get to them, like play the DS Apollo Justice and like the 3DS emulated, which might be buggy. It might be really buggy. Wait for the port, Wait until they reveal, wait, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll wait. Okay, thank you, chat. To be fair, we also have the investigation games. We have the crossover game. We have the Sherlock Holmes games when they come out in July, hopefully. So we still got like Ace Attorney stuff to go through. All right. Good to know. Okay, yeah. Because I didn't want to play like the sixth game and be like, oh, the emulation is like, you know, glitchy. The effects are like stuffed up, and I'm just like, I wouldn't enjoy it. I want to play it like clean. So yeah, okay. All right. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Phoenix, Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney? Yep. See, that one would be on the 3DS emulator, but like there's no way Level 5 is gonna port that. You probably heard the news where Level 5 closed their American studio, which probably means there's not gonna be any more like Layton games or something. Like I think level 5 is in some bit of a money trouble. They spent a bit of their Yokai Watch money, and they own the rights to the latent Ace Attorney thing, so... With the speed of your current playthrough, you'll be done in 2022. I don't care. I'm having fun. I hate that he can't be called Sherlock. I'll probably call him Sherlock in the playthrough and get copyright claimed by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He'll come, like his estate will come down on the stream. Banned. Oh, God. Yeah, Leighton vs. Phoenix is never going to get ported. I can guarantee. Oh, no. That's got to get clipped. That's got to get clipped. No. No, I'm not saying it. Just in case it happens. What's more, you opened the locker when the camera was turned away. That's true. Order. It would seem... Hold your horses. Sorry, partner. But you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Does he? Oh yeah, he doesn't know the fingerprint. Edgeworth is like, oh yeah, okay. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. DGS 2? I believe it's gonna be released with DGS 1. So both games are coming in July. So that means like I'll be streaming them back to back, I think. And I can't wait because I don't know anything about those games, so I didn't play the translation. I was like, I'm actually happy I didn't play them. People were telling me, oh, hey, like, you should play the translation. I'll tell you how to, like, you know, install it. I'm like, yeah, but I want to, like, there's that little hope, you know, like, and it happened. He's the only one who doesn't know. He isn't playing dumb. He really doesn't know. He really is a caveman. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened the locker? Now prove it. Fingerprint sensor? Oh yeah, what about the investigation games? I really don't think the investigation games are gonna get ported. There's an Ace Attorney trivia Twitter account that posts like trivia. They did some investigation trivia recently. Apparently that Ashido guy, who's the producer of Ace Attorney, he said if Ace Attorney 2, Investigation 2 sold well, they want to make a third one. And look and that interview was in 2011. Or whenever, like 10 years ago. Oh, God. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is that? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. The locks aren't that obvious. Some people who don't even know. Yeah, I played through Investigate. I did download the translation, which was very good. Like, the voice acting in that, I was like, whoa, like, they did voice acting in the fan translation? What do you have to say? In 8 words or less? Phoenix giving it back to him? Wow. He just got high-nooned himself. Order. Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. So is that a beef jerky or a... Judge? Hello? Since when are you Spanish? Olé! What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure out the rest from here. We can? Have a look at this floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? I think I know, Olé. That's right, the only possible conclusion. Where was Officer Marshall? Okay, chat, I know where he is. Killer. Who is the victim here? Is the victim Meekins? What? Is the victim Meekins? Victim is Goodman. So why is K Meekins? Killer is Meekins. Why is Meekins the killer now? Oh yeah, because he's accused of murder. Yeah, okay. I'm just like, I know he didn't kill anyone. It's just like, yeah, they should have put like, you know, Meekins like, anyway, they should have put his face. That would have been better, his face. You know, the court record, you know, face. All right. Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Goodman, was. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he knew for sure. Maybe I pointed out though, but Officer Meekins did not know Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. Oh yeah, he freaked out. You know, I think later on they try to trick you with the HP bar. They'll hold it on just for an extra second just to make you like, oh no, I got it wrong. Reset. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had reached his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. Yeah, because he would have had to swipe it to enter the room. But then if he actually showed it to Meekins, he would have been like, huh, wait a minute, you don't look like this guy. The answer is simple, he couldn't show it. As you can see, his picture is on the ID card. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to that, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. We've got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have evidence proving I dressed up as a victim. Alright, this is time to save. We are pretty low health. Okay, chat, did anyone here ever get a game over like kind of thing? Because if you game over, you have to do the whole the trial bit again. It's from the to be continued part. Like when you last saved. So you gotta keep saving during the trial, like... I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Do you have any evidence? Well, I have to have some evidence. Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Hey, thank you, Broden, for the follow. I mean, why weren't you following the channel before? You were in like all the chats before, but thank you, Broden. Broden. So, you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ack, this can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Bluff. Come on, you can do it. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. You forgot to. If anyone else forgot to, make sure you hit that follow button right now. It's a good reminder, Broden. Thank you. It looks like yeah. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Why is he helping us? The basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. My voice is like this because I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. It's time to turn about the case. As the later games really like to trademark. Why do you think this locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? There was no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite it might be discovered later as it had been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker indicates that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to our unanswered questions? No, not the video again. Oh no, please no. I don't have any evidence that this video is my only shot. White cloth, white cloth. Did it fall? The glove? Please show us why. Oh god. Oh, I know. I saw it before you said it, Creon. I saw it before you said it, yep. I saw it before you said it. No! Because I did present this in the first part, if you remember. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Mr. Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. I think we did it. Oh, finally. Are we done with the video? Oh, we still have to do the blue badger thing. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you were today, we all wouldn't have been here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. Oh, it's okay, we're gonna cross-examine this, I guess. I guess we have to bring up the SL9 stuff now. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting officer, so he tried to get the evidence away before the transferal locked it up forever. And managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be on camera. Does that mean, honestly, when the camera was panning, did he duck under the camera? Like, how would he get, like, you can't go behind the camera. I'm guessing it was on the wall. So he, like, ducked under the camera when it swept across. Wait, 5:15, okay. Either it's that or the first statement. So the supposed victim was really you. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. I mean, why couldn't we just test the blood? Like, you know, whose DNA is it? It was way too much blood for such a small donation. He hid behind the badger? Really? Like, you know, like got exactly behind the badger? It's a bit of a stretch to do that, I guess. He totally ducked, yeah. Alright, I think we gotta press this because it's SL9 stuff. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years ago passed since the case was closed. It was going to completely end with a transferal that day. Alright, I'm gonna press everything just in case. The incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner, the case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That was my last chance, that's why I... Alright. I'll press everything. He became the Badger. The Badger is half the size of a person according to the anime. Really? Oh, that reminds me. Has anyone watched the Ace Attorney live action movie? The Badger has a mind of its own. There's a bit where, okay, I won't spoil it just in case, but there's a bit where it has a mind of its own and it's pretty hilarious. If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. All I'll say is, it involves the judge's gavel. So you did it to fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card? I stole it the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman was filling out the lost item. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office. The ID card I found was left there by Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints unless you sand them off or something. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open the lock yourself. But he could because the rubber glove just happened to be stuck in the door beforehand. Oh, yeah. Wait. That means Goodman opened it before Marshall. Ooh. That's some spicy testimony right there. You pulled a knife from Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off. Let's just say I was a little surprised. Wait, but Meekins is like 2 meters tall. I would freak out if a police officer 2 meters tall with a megaphone came charging at you when you're like trying to do you're not trying to be found. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during the short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year. Dang, ooh, oh no. Why did he get so much influence? He's a vlogger. He gets so much clout online, you know. Do I have any influence, chat? Anyway, he threw himself at me and injured him. With me knocking him out and everything. What happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? Oh. I don't know what to say. To start shaving with the knife he stabbed someone with. Yeah, okay. So, you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone to plan, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your code in your struggle with Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was the Meekins doing in that time? The only musical I've seen is in the Japanese one. Oh, there's like a fan English one. But the thing is, the Japanese ones are official. And like, I think there are ones where it's by an all-female troupe, T-R-O-U-P-E. I think that's how you say it. What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day... Oh yeah, that reminds me, some of my most top Tumblr posts are me posting screenshots of the Ace Attorney Investigations musical. Because it had Kay Faraday. But anyway, there wasn't any murder in the evidence room at... Okay. But the blood found in the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't. There we go. When the music stops, there we go. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? It's still missing. Is it the evidence we have? I think this calls for a save point. Whoops. There we go. Oops. Alright. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Oh, the sad music. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Phoenix is for the working man. He loves the salary. Phoenix is part of the union. Like I said, this isn't your case. This is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Alright. I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why? But that case was sold 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the locker. Joe Dark was convicted of his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved that sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Ooh, does Edgeworth know? Well, I'll say, when I say the first musical is, and the adaptation of the case is Weird Meld of the first game, where Lana is Phoenix's ex. Oh. No, wait, is it not? No, I thought he had like another girlfriend. Wasn't it? There was one musical where he'd broken up with some other girlfriend or something. I don't think it was Lana, or maybe her name was Lana, but it wasn't the actual Lana. I'm sure there was like one where he had a different like girlfriend or something. Yeah, the musicals are weird. You should look them up if you're an Ace Attorney fan. Maybe I should present him with what I think is his real reason. All right, yeah, I know. It's all about the family. He cares too much about family. All right. Yes, we did it. Phoenix had a singular girlfriend. No, not in the musicals. Because I remember in one of the musicals, it was like he had... Because I remember talking about it in my video I made on it. Chat, please sub to my YouTube channel so I can watch my old videos when I get to 200,000 subs. Alright. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. So yeah, so on the victim list, there was a victim who had a Marshall in the surname. I had the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. There we go. Musicals are fan-made. I mean, they're officially sponsored by Capcom, so I don't know what you're saying, Goff. In a list of murder victims, Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard their name. 2 years ago. Oh, the picture. Oh no. He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. I think I remember that picture as very important. He must be talking about the King of Prosecutor Award. Cactus juice? Wait, am I missing something? Now I remember Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right, he was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was... my brother. Aww. They look so similar as well. He was in... and they're both cowboys, are they? He was investigating the murders with Damon Gann, the then deputy chief of police. So he's the guy on the way. Oh no, that's okay. So that's I was part that worked under. Oh, okay. So he was the head, and so both of them were investigated. Have I seen Avatar: The Last Bender? Oh yeah, I've seen it. Wait, but why are we? Oh, wait, why are we talking about cactus though? Isn't it cabbage? Is it in my cabbages? I don't know where the cactus is from. I watched Avatar. I don't remember the cactus thing. I remember the cabbage. Marshall and Phoenix said Phoenix might be on cactus juice. Oh, okay, I missed the cactus juice, right? Okay. Oh, okay. I've only watched it once. I actually have the DVDs and stuff. I've only watched it once. I really want to rewatch it. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Ooh, that had a killer. Cold-hearted. Dang, actual like cold-hearted killer. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Do a watch along so I can watch it too. Can we do a watch party? He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. Oh, wait. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it. That's your reason for your insane actions. So he's trying to say the serial killer didn't kill his brother. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. Which brings us back to Lana being in trouble. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. Ah, yes, Edgeworth, of course. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Dang. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot, such a long sentence, was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Objection!
A verdict wasn't reached.
Objection!
Well, they're gonna reach a verdict right now. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not gonna... I think I'm so tired. There yet remain the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me, this boy's got the draw on you, partner. So all we did was just get Marshall in trouble now. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of Angel Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. Objection? Objection? Old man needs to sleep? I mean, it is like 1:20 p.m. I don't take Fs. Ugh. Oh no, we lost. Bad ending. Oh no, it's the end case song. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. Their apparent murder on the security camera tape really was faked. But I didn't realize. What time did I wake up? 8:30. I realized I take a long time to wake up. I will literally lie in bed for like an hour to 2 hours just checking my phone. Now then, the time for verdict has arrived. The court finds a defendant. No! Please, no. Emma! Finally! Emma, the defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Yeah, apparently. Your Honor? In a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any... Yeah, I think Edgeworth is a lot kinder. I think that also makes it why Edgeworth wasn't the prosecutor in the second game. They're like, he is kind of your friend. He's not really antagonistic towards you. Unlike a certain whipping lady. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Aw. Aw. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Jodar killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky's sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured it out if I examined it scientifically. So, I ran over there and looked at it again. Wait. Chat, how did she enter the evidence room? Is that a plot? Is that a, like, plot, hole right there? Emma with the E replaced with an R, what do you get, Ram? Oh, God. I mean, Emma is one of my favorite characters because she's in, like, most of the games. And she's, like, she's more fun and she becomes a lot more relatable in the newer games when she hates her job. Like, yeah, like when you're like, oh, I hate the office job kind of thing. I love this job, okay? Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Is that all? Phoenix is like, yeah, and please? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them... Ah, back to the video. Oh no. You're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, I think you probably should save before you do anything. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? I know what I have to do, chat. It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Yeah, you can't leave it unturned. Looking at the floor plans, it was here. Is there a problem with this? Yes, there was. If you can't find anything wrong, Lana will be... Yes, Your Honor. If I ever needed to concentrate, alright, all the brain power we have, big brain time. What could be wrong with the handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? What do you think, chat? Can you solve the crime?
Objection!
This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. What contradiction? The only seems clear is that you're grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, but this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Uh-huh, yep. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Oh, believe me, I'm not. There's gotta be something I can use. As they say back west, even a blind man can hit a buckshot. That is, so long as he's facing the general direction. Chat, I know it's the blue badger. I'm trying to show you the evidence that's blocking the camera. The evidence is the video file. What about that piece of plywood? The blue badger? Mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, go. Okay. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. How is he better than the Steel Samurai? He's like... Come on, chat. Like, the video evidence was also feasible. Come on. Like, come on. Like, you saw where I was going with this. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well? Well, what? Ah, yes, we got him! So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint on this spot on the locker. Oh, shot right through the heart. You're too late. You give love a bad name. So this means, just exactly what does this mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found in the locker. The video was not in the way of the video. It wasn't the video in the way. I meant to say, like, the video shows the badger is blocking the locker. Like, there's your proof. The badger is in front of the locker. That's what I meant by that, chat. I meant, I'm giving you the evidence that the badger, I'm showing you, the badger is blocking. Presenting the badger is like, hey, here's the badger. It could have been anywhere. The video is showing it's right in front of the locker, okay? Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room. Yeah, they hate the video. Please, no more video. Yeah, so I'm trying to say, in the video, you can see the badger is blocking the locker. That's all I was trying to say, chat. Anyway. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in. Just one moment, I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Here we go, it is blocking his locker, that's what I'm saying. It's blocking, how can you reach it? Anyway, yeah. How you doing, Robert? The problem is the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. The hype music. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. I love when they do the back and forth objections. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. I love it. So then, assuming this murder you what? really happened? When did it take place? I demand you show evidence that that's my time to save. We are really low on health. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's it, right. The blood mark was on the locker. Blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well. Then tell us, when did the first incident occur? I think I know. I think I know. I love this part of the song so much. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh, the ID card record. Are we gonna accuse Edgeworth? Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at 4:50? Let me see here, 4:50 p.m. And who entered before? It's the man in red. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act witness. He's so calm. Man, I was hoping someone in chat would get that. Thank you, Mirko. I was gonna say, it doesn't take a lot of thought to figure it out. It couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry the body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. Yeah, you know. I mean, it's fun to imagine he did it. You know. The crime must have taken place before Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. It's the mysterious 77777777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make any sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no wait, can't they just enter two at a time? Like, you know? He must have there we go, yep. That's the only plausible explanation, and the tape was deleted. He went in with 777777. 7 sevens. Please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777777. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunate. How did he count? What the? He's too smart for that. I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. Yeah, how did Edgeworth count that many sevens? He's like, okay, 7 7 7 1 2 3 4 5. Like, at least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such person's identity.
Objection!
But that's ridiculous, just how... I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how prosecutors' office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you kept your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay, let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana. Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7777. You get it, chat. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I wanted to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. The SL9 one? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In the trial 2 years ago, did you really only use one legitimate evidence? Okay. This is so off topic. Remember when we were about the prosecutor's car park talking to a person who gave you bad lunchboxes? Remember that, chat? Do you need the witness to repeat his question? And I can tell you, it's gonna get weirder on the next day. I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least I did. Lana, I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defender, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. So wait, chat. Where is he? He's standing in the witness stand. She's standing in the defendant stand. So, during the trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? On top of it, obviously. Like, because the background is the exact same. I always had trouble working out where everyone was in the trial. Like, because when the camera shows, Phoenix is on the right, but when we're doing back and forth, he's on the left. So I'm like, I always thought the judge was in between Phoenix. Okay, so like, I'm showing on camera. Phoenix is here, Judge is here, Edgeworth is here. So it's like that. But when you see the camera showing the witness and like the audience, it's flipped. I'm like, what? I never understood with the witness stand. Yeah, like, so other people didn't really get it, yeah. Because when you look before the trial, you look for from the door perspective. From the door perspective, okay? It's the judge's POV. Yeah, but like, it cuts to the judge then. It shows the judge. That's why I'm like, he is the other side. Yeah. You can see it clearly in the investigation games because you can actually walk around that room. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Oh, she's so sad. Oh. But Lana, I think she might be moving up the tier list, chat. I'm just giving you like little hints whenever we do the tier list. Even if it's involving forging evidence. She's admitting to it. Dang. The judge is like, what? See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No! Oh, it's a loud crowd effect. Whoa, a loud effect. Lana's remarks caused such a stir that the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Oh, we did it. To be continued. The crowd was really mad, actually. Yes, we did it, chat. I did it. I finished it in its stream. Alright. And with that, with the music, I'm waiting for the music. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Alright, okay, they're trying to recap. Yep, okay. I don't want it to be sad music. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about those killings except me. How did you not know about it? What was Phoenix doing 2 years ago? Like, seriously, was he not paying attention to the news? Lana wanted Drake convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, He left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. Alright, this music is a bit less sad. I didn't see that one coming, and with that, we're gonna end today. Thank you, Chad, for coming. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream there. I am pretty hungry. It's 1:40 p.m. Oh, I love streaming this game so much. I love streaming it so much. Gone, what did you do? Print screen. What a cliffhanger, yep. Oh my goodness, I love this series so much. Chad, I hope you had some fun today with this stream. Hope you had some good time, some laughs. Thank you again, Kurion, for the gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Coaxel, as well for the sub. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. The next stream will be Tuesday, America, Europe time. So whatever time we started today, it'll be Tuesday evening night. Wednesday morning for me. So yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can beat this case that day. We'll try to see if we can do the investigation and the trial in that one case. Not likely, but I'll try. It might be a longer stream. Click it, Ram? Okay, all right, fine. Let's go here, just in case it pops up. All right, what do you got, print screen? Oh, this is the POV, okay. The door, oh, okay, I get it. So the camera, when it shows the witness, is from that. All right, I get it. But it's like, so yeah, our camera POV is from that. But when they show the witness, it flips to the other side. Okay. That makes way more sense, actually. Thank you for that. All right. That actually makes a lot of sense. But yeah, anyway, chat, I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, make sure to follow if you haven't already. Yeah, I'll be live in 1, 2, 3, 4 days time. Yeah. Yeah, apart from that, I'll be finishing off the game, hopefully. If not, it'll be the day after that, but yeah, you know. All right, chat, make sure you follow the channel, follow me on Twitter. I'll be tweeting about it and as well. Have a great weekend. I know this is the first weekend stream I've ever done. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? How many viewers did we actually get? Can I see, or? They probably already left by now. It's actually 34, so it's the same as usual, I guess. Do you like the weekend streams more than the weekday ones? Because I know it's Friday night for most people, and you're all alone on Friday night. I know, chat. I know. I am too, but it's the same for me. Same. I like the weekend stream. Okay, maybe like here and there I can do some weekend stream, because like I guess it wasn't as noisy because it's like rainy, so like, you know. Weekend is better for me because of work and stuff. Oh, okay. I'm on my way to get drunk. That's Friday night. All right. Well, anyway, Chad, stay safe. I hope you enjoyed this. I love Ace Attorney so much. I'm having so much fun with this. I love it so much. Yeah, like, sorry if it's a bit slower than a normal playthrough, but I think we're having a bit more fun here than other playthroughs. Ooh, gossip right here. Anyway, that's it from me. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday. Sunday stream? Nah. Unless someone gives some... No. Don't worry. My throat needs to take a break. Okay. All right. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye. Ooh, the scary music. Let's jam out to it. All right. See you, chat. Bye-bye.